Hey guys, welcome back to another video, and in today we're going to be comparing Joe Biden's first term in office to Donald Trump's first term when he was in office, and basically comparing their similarities and differences on a number of these issues, whether it's the economy, the border crisis, foreign policy, abortion, you name it. We're going to be comparing them and seeing, where they have in common on these issues. But before we get started, make sure you guys are subscribed, click the bell so you get notified whenever I upload a video, instead of missing out on any of them. And also, we have memberships, so if you are interested in that, it's pinned in the comment section down below. We have custom perks and custom emojis that you can use whenever you comment on any of my videos. Now back to the topic of today's video. Let's begin with the economy. So basically, we have a couple of similarities between Biden and Donald Trump on this issue. And now this issue is very important to voters this November. So starting off with the first similarity, both Biden and Trump had great oil production numbers. Biden on average actually performs 2 million barrels per day better than Trump. Trump got exactly 13 million, while Biden, on the other hand, his production per day in terms of barrels for oil is 13.2 million. So it's around the same, but Biden slightly produces more oil on average per day. And then the second similarity is that both Biden and Trump added to the debt, especially Donald Trump added more to the debt than Biden did, I believe. We are currently, I believe, 34 trillion in terms of debt at the current moment. And considering that Trump did nothing to help us, fix that, goes to show you that that's not good on his part. And then as for the differences, moving on to the differences on the issue of economy, in terms of Biden and Donald Trump's first term in office, starting off 7% average inflation rates under Biden. You compare that to Donald Trump's 2% average inflation rate under Trump's 4 years in office. So right off the bat, if you're basing your vote on inflation alone, then obviously Donald Trump would be your vote. We have higher food/gas prices under Joe Biden. Overall, you're paying more for gas and food under Biden's presidency rather than Donald Trump's presidency, and that is a fact. By the way, this video is based off of facts only. I might add my opinion here and there, but this is all facts, and this video really is to basically help with the undecided voters. If you are undecided, I'm trying to put the facts to you, so when you are casting your ballot on election day or in November, just come back to this video. So I'm trying to help the undecided voters, really. And then as for jobs, Biden actually created more jobs than Donald Trump. And now you may make the case that the jobs that Biden created were the ones that were lost from COVID, so that's not the real numbers. You can argue that. And then as for the debt, we go back to the debt. Trump added more to the debt, obviously, 8 trillion. That's everything I gathered up for the economy. Now moving on to the next issue, the border crisis, which is actually the number one priority issue for a lot of voters, actually, this election cycle around. Let's start off with the similarities. I can only find one similarity. That is both Biden and Trump were terrible at making deals or negotiating with Mexico. For example, Trump stated before he was president that he was going to make Mexico pay for the wall. That ended up not being true. So you can already tell that that's a failure for the former president, Donald Trump. And then obviously he built the wall slower than what he planned or intended to do. He got less miles than what he originally planned in terms of border wall. And then as for, by the way, the numbers are on your screen right now. By the way, under Biden, we have more illegal border crossings than any other president in history. Now, you may say that, oh, that's a normal thing. We always have illegal border crossings under any president. Doesn't matter the president. Well, guess what? I'm here to tell you that under Biden, we have the most illegals out of any other president, including Donald Trump. In 2017, under Trump, there was roughly 300,000 illegal border crossings, and then in 2018, that number rised a little bit more, but still not as bad as Biden, roughly 400,000. And then in 2019, it still rose pretty significantly, but still under than Joe Biden. And then under Biden, when Biden took office, that number has skyrocketed significantly, more illegal border crossings than any other president ever, including Donald Trump. In 2021, roughly 2.2 million. You never see these numbers when it comes to the illegal border crossings under Trump. 2.2 million under Biden in the year of 2021 alone crossed illegally. And then in 2022 was the highest number ever And then 2023, the numbers are still extremely high. So I put the facts up for you on the screen. When you go to the polls and you show up to vote, make sure that you come back to this topic because this is very important. And then as for the second difference is that we overall had a higher drug count under Biden. For example, fentanyl, we've never seen this crisis as bad as under, I mean, there was a crisis under Trump, but it still wasn't as bad as Biden, don't get me wrong. And that's for the border crisis. Moving on to the third issue is going to be gun violence. One similarity that I can say that happened between Biden and Trump is that obviously overall in general shootings were out of control under both administrations. It's not really one over the other. And then as for the differences, I can tell you right now that Biden has taken more action to prevent gun violence. For example, red flag laws, I believe that's what they're called, in which, in my opinion, I do support. I think we should have background checks, for example, which in some states they do not have. And then things, for example, if the person has a mental illness, they don't have a right to possess a firearm. And so I think that's better on Biden's part. And under Trump, obviously, he hasn't really done nothing to, act on gun violence. Under Trump was the worst mass shooting in American history that happened in 2017, I believe, in Las Vegas, Nevada. If you don't remember, that was the worst mass shooting, and it happened under Donald Trump. So on this issue, I can tell you that Biden is a little bit better. And then a majority of shootings are actually in Democratic-controlled cities, regardless of the state. So basically, regardless if it's a red state controlled by Republicans or if it's a blue state controlled by Democrats, regardless of that, majority of mass shootings, for example, in Tennessee, obviously it's in a red state, but that city specifically, I believe Nashville, is controlled by Democrats. So you may say that a lot of mass shootings are in red states, but you take a look at the city specifically, that probably is controlled by Democrats. I just want to point that out there. So that's where I'm at on gun violence with the facts. And then as for foreign policy, one similarity is that both Biden and Trump made major changes and they have a lot of differences. For example, Trump pulled out of the Paris climate deal, I believe. And then as for NAFTA, Trump also ended that agreement deal. And then as for Biden, he actually went back to the Paris Climate Accord deal. And then the differences, we actually have quite a few differences for this one. First of all, Trump made history in North Korea. He, across the border, across North Korean territory, met with Kim Jong-un in, their place. And no president has done that ever. So that's really good. That goes to show you that leaders in foreign countries, typically rivalries with the U.S., respected Donald Trump. And the fact that they met with him, they would not do that under Biden or any other president. Like I said, Trump was the first to ever step into North Korean territory, which is a big accomplishment under the Trump administration. And then as for no major foreign conflict under Donald Trump. For example, we didn't have Russia invade Ukraine under Donald Trump. That was non-existent. That happened under Biden. For example, we didn't have Hamas attack Israel under Trump. It happened under Biden. So basically, two major foreign conflicts under Biden that were non-existent under Donald Trump. Basically, peace through strength. And then Biden pulled out of Afghanistan, unlike Donald Trump. So that is his success on foreign policy, which is something that Donald Trump could not do, which I give Biden credit for that. But on the failure side, where Biden was unsuccessful with the withdrawal, even though he still did it, unlike any other president, is that he had a messy withdrawal, obviously costed the lives of, I believe, around 13 U.S. service members. So considering that, obviously Biden's plan of getting out was a disaster. He got the military out before the citizens. It's supposed to be the exact opposite. On the last and final topic before we end out the video is going to be Roe v. Wade, which played a major role in the 2022 midterms, which may or may not play as big as an impact in the 2024 election. As for the similarities, Donald Trump and Biden agree on exceptions for rape and incest. And then as for the differences, those three Supreme Court justices specifically to overturn Roe v. Wade, which he takes credit for, something he always wanted to do, which ended up being successful. It sent it back to the states, not fully banning it, obviously. And as for Biden, Biden supports abortion rights expansions, and basically, no matter what month it is, doesn't matter, just you can abort whenever you want. So that's pretty much it. Let me know your thoughts and opinions in the comment section down below. Do you guys agree with me with these facts? And let me know your thoughts. And don't forget to subscribe as we are approaching 2,000. And then one last final reminder is to click the bell, and we have memberships. So if you're looking for that, it's pinned in the comment section down below. We have custom perks and custom emojis that you can use whenever you comment on any of my videos. Thank you everyone for watching.